Falsely thoughts, race, life's a twisted place. No time to erase. I just keep the pace.
All right. So, Bundy, you said that you disagree with what I had on the board. Cool.
Yeah.
Start with one, and we can go down the list.
All right, yeah. So let's start off with America was never great. Why do you feel like America was never great?
When I talk about greatness, I'm not just talking about military or economic might. I'm talking about pro-social institutions that you build for your community and your principles, right? So if you're America does have stated principles that are pro-social, that are pro-freedom, that are talk about freedom, liberty, justice for all, equal opportunity for all, et cetera, et cetera. That's what those are the stated principles of it. If those are your stated principles, you're supposed to build institutions that actually spread that to everybody, especially your citizens that do not have power. We've seen within American society that not only has America failed at doing that, many times they fight against it, even now to this day. So if that's the case, if your stated principles are to spread the equal opportunity for all, spread freedom for all, spread liberty and equality for all, and you do not do that, your institutions do not do that, you cannot be great.
So you feel like it was the government's job to create those institutions for us, or you think it's the citizens' job to create those institutions?
Both.
Both.
The citizens can create it. As not only that, there are government institutions, right?
Yeah,
so that's why there are government institutions and there are private institutions. So the government institutions were supposed to create it and expand it, and with the private institution, they're supposed to protect it when it comes to them, and they failed at both.
All right. So specifically, what exactly could the government have created that you like? Give me an example of what they could have created that they didn't create to help us.
An equal education system, because our education system is built off of taxes and or property taxes, and we all know that Black people were redlined, and even immigrant Black people who came in were also redlined. And because those taxes, because if you're in a red line area, you're not going to get the proper taxes to fund you or your schooling. You're going to get poorer education. The government could have also, like, we know this is one around Jim Crow, could have allocated the resources equally, and they did not.
Okay. So now, when you say the government, right, you mean, United States and not Florida or any other states, right?
Yeah, I mean
the federal government.
I mean the federal government, and I mean the states.
All right, but you said private institutions.
Yeah, private institutions as well. Wells Fargo was involved in discrimination, so were private hospitals.
Hold on. But if you wanted to create an institution for your community, would you be able to do that? Or have you ever tried?
That depends.
What does it depend on?
That depends on what we're talking about.
All right, like, have you done anything productive, like you yourself, because you complaining about what the government hasn't done, but you yourself, have you done anything productive to help your community? Like, start anything, like a nonprofit?
Yes, I'm part of a nonprofit right now called Black Men Build. Every last Saturday of the month, we talk to Black men in our community about what's going on with their families, with their mental health. I'm also studying to be a mental health counselor, and I'm going to be I'm going to be a counselor for at-risk youth, and I've also mentored at-risk youth as well, and I also volunteer.
Okay. Let me ask you a quick question. You were born in this country?
Yep.
So you're an American?
Yep.
Okay, but you got Haitian parents?
Yep.
Just like me. Well, I'm Haitian too. You should know that from Facebook, but I'm Haitian too. So why do you think, if this country wasn't so great, why did your parents migrate here?
Economic opportunity.
Isn't that a good thing?
I told you I don't measure greatness by that.
But did you not benefit from it?
Of course I did.
So isn't that a good thing?
It's a good thing that I benefited from it. Yeah.
So that doesn't make the country great.
Nope.
Okay, so you just don't like America, period, even though you're born here and they gave you all the opportunities that you got right now.
Bundy, what did I say how I measure greatness? What did I say?
I got you on what you were saying. I got you.
Then you're not arguing what I'm talking about.
But the reality is you just admitted to me that you appreciate the benefit of coming to this country. So if it wasn't great, you wouldn't appreciate it.
I would appreciate France if I lived there. That doesn't make France great either.
No. It would make France a great country because you haven't actually lived there. So what you're saying is something theoretical. We talking about here. We live in America. Me and you,
Right.
we black men.
So Bundy,
you saying America is not great because the government didn't do this and that, but this is
that shows me that you're not listening.
No.
Listening.
No, yes, you told me that the government did not provide equal opportunities for the citizens, right? For black people, right?
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Okay.
Hold on, Bundy. Slow down for me. Hold on, wait, Bundy, slow down for me. The government not protecting equal opportunity for Black Americans or for Black people, period, which led to economic and social stagnation for Black people. Do you think that's a bad thing?
I don't believe that what you're saying is true.
What was Jim Crow?
Jim Crow was Jim Crow, that era. You know, the Jim Crow South.
But Bundy, you're not answering my question. Hold on, wait. You're not answering my question.
Hold on.
Bundy, wait. Hold on, wait. You're not answering my question. Hold on, wait. No. I'm not gonna wait. You're not actually answering my question.
Do you
Bundy,
think Jim Crow was bad or good for Black people?
Jim Crow was bad, of course.
No, it was good.
No, it was bad. But
Black people were better. Black people were better under Jim Crow.
Hey, Bundy, you know what happened under Jim Crow? Graduation rate was 10%. College enrollment.
Yes, it was not.
No.
Black
Hold on, be
people
quiet.
did way better under Jim Crow.
Okay, so under Jim Crow, poverty was 60%. Life expectancy was 55 years old. Graduation from high school was 12%. Literacy was 25%. How is that a good thing? Not only that, there were massive lynchings of Black people all around the country during Jim Crow. How is that a good thing? You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I understand that Black people was like probably more fucked up under that time. They didn't have like certain things, but Black people was definitely better under Jim Crow than they is now. Like
Bundy, but hold on. You need to answer this question.
But we
hold on, wait.
Check your numbers,
Bundy.
You spit out a whole bunch of numbers.
Bundy, how is 60% poverty a good thing?
How is 60% poverty a good thing? What is 60% poverty? The black poverty was 60%?
It was 60%. Remember, you have to remember something. Hold on, you have to remember 25. You have to remember something, Bundy. Not everybody was living in Rosewood. Not everybody was living in Tulsa. Not everybody was living in Seneca Village. The majority of Black people were not living in those places, bro.
I understand that.
Okay, so the poverty rate back then was 60%. I'm not sure how that's a good thing.
Listen, Jim Crow and segregation.
Life expectancy was 55 years old.
Jim Crow and segregation was not a bad thing.
Bundy, how is 60% poverty with a life expectancy of 55 years old a good thing? How is that good? Because Haiti right now, hold on, Bundy. Haiti right now is 50% poverty. And you see how messed up it is over there with 50% poverty. Black America during Jim Crow was 60% poverty. And that's a good thing?
Yes, that was a good thing. That was a good thing. Do you think
you're cooning right now, my nigga?
All right, so black. So
this some crazy shit you're saying.
So you tell me the condition of Black people is better now than it was under Jim Crow.
Yes, it's better now.
How?
Bro, 60% poverty.
I don't think
25% poverty.
No. The way black people treat each other
60%
now,
poverty.
but what you were saying,
20% poverty, bro.
Okay, so do black people treat each other better now, or did we treat each other better during Jim Crow? Because you was talking about morality. Let's talk about that. Do they treat each other better in Jim Crow, or do they treat each other better now? How you gonna tell me we not worse now?
It's the same.
Huh?
It's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same.
How is it the same? Because when I just said it was the same a minute ago, you said no, it was 60%.
You said morality.
All right. No, it is not the same.
Yeah,
You're trying to tell me that black people, the way black people were sticking together back then, we sticking together the same way now? Are you drinking?
Yeah, because back then was the civil rights movement. We don't have the civil rights movement going on right now.
Okay, so where we
actually we do have the civil rights movement going on right now. We actually do have the civil rights movement going on right now. That's wrong. We actually do have the civil rights movement going on right now. I'm correcting myself. I'm going to correct myself. We actually do have a civil rights movement going on right now.
What civil rights movement right now?
Yeah, like the everything with Black Lives Matter. Every time we protest police violence, I don't think the civil rights movement actually ever really ended. We still have it.
I don't think that's. I mean,
it's not at that level, right?
It falls under civil rights, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't necessarily, even though a lot of black people don't like this, but I don't necessarily believe in the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Because
that's fine. That's cool. Back then, people didn't believe in the civil rights movement. No black people didn't believe in the civil rights movement back then. But what I'm saying when it comes to America was never great. You just can't look at the economics of the situation, because guess what? Are you going to move to? Are you going to
listen?
Hold on, wait.
If America wasn't great, why would everybody fight to come here? Explain that.
Because two reasons. No, number one, you break it, you buy it. When America foreign policy has actually damaged a lot of these countries that people are coming from, right? So because they do that and they suck out their resources and they brain drain them, that's why people come over here, right? Because that's where the opportunities is. That's number one. Well, actually, that's both of them. That's number one and number two. Because American foreign policy has damaged these countries, including Haiti, the economic opportunity then comes to America. So in order for those people to build their lives up, in order to live a better life, they're going to come to the United States. And the United States is not the only one. It's just the one that has proximity. Hold on. I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
The United States is not the only one. It's just the one that has proximity to most of the immigrants that are here. The other countries, such as the UK, also get a lot of immigration. The UK doesn't get a lot of immigration.
No, that's not what I was saying. Not true.
Okay,
you said
hold on, wait. Let me finish.
But we got a lot of Asians.
Let me just finish it, bro.
We got a lot of Asians here.
Let me just finish it, bro.
At all.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
We don't have a lot of Asians here. Of course, we don't have a lot of Asians here. Asians are 5% of the country, bro.
And how much are black people?
12.
Okay, so
we don't have a lot of Asians here.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of black people.
We don't have a lot, bro. Let me finish what I'm saying, bro.
12% is not a lot.
Let me finish what I'm saying. We don't have a lot of Asians here because a lot of East Asian countries are already well off. Japan, China, and Korea are already well off. So we're not going to get a lot of immigration from there.
They still come here, though.
Yeah, we know they still come here. But those places are well off. So we don't have a lot of people from there. We don't have a lot of people from, we don't have a lot of people from France, but and France is well off, but we still get people from France, right? So countries that are already industrialized and do well, you're not gonna get a lot of immigration from there. You're gonna get a lot of immigration from the third world, right? And not only that, you're gonna get a lot of proximity. The majority of immigrants in the United States come from the Caribbean and South and Central America. That's where the majority of them come from. Proximity. When it comes to Europe, a lot of their immigration comes from Eastern Europe and from Africa because of proximity. They're closer. That's why you don't have a lot. You have when it comes to the black groups in America, right? It's African Americans, Jamaicans, and Haitians. We're the majority of black people in America. And fourth place is Nigerians, right? There's not a lot of Nigerians here. There's about 600,000 Nigerians in America. There's about 1 million Haitians and about 2 million Jamaicans. Proximity. It's proximity, bro. That's what I'm saying. Most Nigerians go to the UK.
That, but there's millions of Africans here, though. from the continent of Africa. You just singled out Nigeria. Like there's not West Africans here, South Africans. It's all type of people from that
I
same
know that
continent
they are,
that's
bro.
over here.
I know that they are.
So
but they
that
mostly
talking
go
point
to
really
Europe.
doesn't work.
Listen, what I'm saying, bro.
All of
Bundy,
them are coming here for a reason.
Bundy,
They
are
could
you
go to Europe?
Bundy,
Africa is right next to Europe. Why would they come all the way to America? Because
Bundy, the majority of immigrants in Europe are from Africa. That was my point, bro. And yes, there are about 1 million people from the continent of Africa in America. That's not my point. I'm saying the majority of them go to Europe due to proximity.
So name me a country better than America then.
That's not my point.
But you saying America was never great. Name me a country that's greater than America. If it was never great, you should easily be able to name one.
The point. You're missing the point.
Nah, man. If you can't name a country that's greater than America, then America's great.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You just won't admit it.
Did America protect the equal rights of black people? Yes or no?
Yeah, they did.
When?
Right now, I'm here. I got opportunities here in America. I'm living proof. And people before me. My immigrant parents came here and was able to come up off of this soil and the opportunity that they found here. So how can I say that this country's not great?
I'm not denying that we got. I'm not denying Bundy. I am not denying that we got opportunity here. I'm not denying that, bro.
Yeah.
But when it comes to equal opportunity, that's still not protected because guess what? There is still discrimination in every single institution in America.
Like a victim,
Bundy, stop doing that, bro. Bundy, stop doing that. Bundy, stop doing that. Bundy, stop doing that. Bundy, I didn't say anything about the government. I didn't say the government in this case, bro. That's not what I said.
It sound like that. It sounds like you're just crying about.
Okay, that's because you don't shut the fuck up for a second and actually listen. When I talk about equal rights, when I talked about equal opportunity, when I say equal opportunities are not equal, I didn't say anything about the government, bro. I'm not saying about the government. I'm talking about equal opportunity when it comes to about equality, when it comes to the healthcare, when it comes to real estate, when it comes to employment. Hold on, Bunny, let me finish. When it comes to healthcare, when it comes to employment, when it comes to actual social treatment and discrimination, black people are not equal in those cases. And I can prove that. I can prove that. Bundy, have you ever heard of the Veil of Darkness study?
Nah, what is that?
Okay. The Veil of Darkness study looked at 90 million traffic stops. What they did is they looked at traffic stops in the morning and they looked at traffic stops at night. What they found out is that traffic stops in the morning, black drivers were the majority of drivers who were stopped and searched. And remember, when they looked at those stopped and searches, right, they didn't find any citations for these people. They found less citations. They found less weapons. They didn't find any of this, and they equalized for everything. They equalized for the crime of the area. They equalized for crime, the criminal record of the drivers, everything like that, right? And what they found was that cops were continually stopping black drivers, even though they were not committing a crime. Then when they came to nighttime, where it's harder for you to see the race of the driver, the stops equaled out. This study shows that black drivers are being targeted. If there's not discrimination in America, especially when it comes to criminal justice, how do you explain that?
So you trying to tell me that black people don't commit more crimes?
No.
Well,
no.
We don't?
No.
Nah, I live with criminals, bro.
So did I. I grew up in Little Haiti, bro.
All right. So you ain't finna tell me that we don't commit more crimes.
We don't.
Bro, we
don't.
Do. Yes, they do.
We don't.
Yes,
the majority of people arrested for rape are white. The majority of people arrested for assault are white. The majority of people who are arrested for arson, violent arson, meaning to hurt somebody, are white. 77% of the convictions for child pornography and child abuse and child sexual abuse are white men. The majority of mass shooters are white men. The majority of serial killers, white men. So black people do not commit the majority of the crimes. 45% of the arrests, according to the FBI, 45% of the arrests are white men. So saying that black people commit most of the crime does not match up with the numbers.
So how do we populate majority of the prisons if we not
We don't.
all these crimes?
We don't.
We
The,
don't.
the prison population is
don't?
32% black. We don't.
Get out of here. Bro.
You're wrong. Okay, you want me to look it up? You want me to look it up?
Get out of here.
Prison
bro.
population by race.
Get out
Prison
of
population
here.
by race.
32%. Even 32% is a high amount.
All right. Federal Bureau of Prisons 2026. 38.4% black.
All right.
3% Native
That's
American.
federal prisons.
Hold on.
Now you
Hold
got
on.
states
Let me
and
listen.
private prisons,
Listen. 34% black, 3% Native American, 1% Asian, 57% white.
That's federal prison.
Now in
Let's
state
talk
prisons,
about
you're
state
correct.
prisons. Let's
Now
go.
in state prisons, black people are 34, white people are 32.
Hispanics are
Yeah.
what?
Hispanics are 21. But guess what? A lot of the Hispanics are actually white.
Listen, man. Listen, when I know, listen, you're talking to somebody that's been there. I've been locked up 17 times. When it comes to that, bro, like, I understand every now and again you're gonna find somebody that's probably locked up and they probably innocent, but the number is less than 1%, bro. I guarantee you.
Hold on. You said
everybody's
hold
not
on.
Really
Your claim.
targeted.
Hold on. Bundy.
Yeah.
Number one, you didn't actually address my previous point. The study that I showed about the Veil of Darkness study objectively shows that black drivers are being targeted. Objectively.
Okay.
That's number one.
That's drivers.
But hold on. Stop. Bundy, wait, stop. Number two, when it comes to crime, the majority of people who are arrested in this country for crime are white. And the majority of the heinous crimes, convictions are white. And the majority of exonerations, not just for murder, but for the majority of crimes, exonerations, meaning that they were wrongfully convicted, are black. Which shows that we are being targeted, Bundy. You cannot deny that. So when you say, hold on, wait. I completely debunked you, bro. We do not commit the majority of crimes.
Bro,
we do not commit the majority of crimes, bro.
It's a straw man you're making.
We do not commit the majority of crimes. We do not commit the majority of crimes because, hold on, how do we commit the majority of crimes when 77% of the arrests for convictions for child sexual abuse are white men? So how do we commit the majority?
You're singling out one charge.
Okay, what are all the other charges?
White people are known.
What are all the other charges?
That's like saying 100% of the mass school shootings were done by
Bundy. Let's go down all of the
capita.
crimes. Shut the fuck up. It's not your turn.
Then why do you got
let's go down all the crimes. Let's go down all the crimes, right?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go down all the crimes. Name a crime.
Okay, let's go burglary.
Burglary, I think that's white.
Burglary,
robbery is black. Robbery is black. I think burglary is right.
Burglary? Go look it up. Who do more burglaries, white people or black people?
Give me a second.
They got songs glorifying burglaries. Are you crazy?
I'm talking about robbery. I'm not talking about burglary. I'm talking about robbery. That's two different things.
Burglaries, robberies, somebody, a company inside the house is empty. It don't matter.
All right. So burglary arrests are 28% black. Yeah. And they're 62% white.
On what are you getting your stats from?
The FBI.
The FBI what?
Jesus fucking Christ. The FBI, bro.
The FBI what? They're not sitting in front of your face. Tell me the website so I can look it up. I'm
talking about FBI.gov, the crime stats, the crime tables.
And it says what? Burglaries by are 62%. Because I want to see this for myself. Like, you the only one fact checking it. You said 62% burglaries. And this is what year?
Matter of fact, no, you're right. That was teenagers. That was juveniles.
All right,
you're right. That was juveniles. No, that was juveniles. No, you're right. That was juveniles. That was juveniles.
Stop playing with me.
That was juveniles. All right.
Dumb.
So, all right. I know.
Dumb.
That's that. I didn't call you dumb. That's juveniles, though. That's juveniles.
All
the
right.
majority of. Hold on. I'm looking at it right now, though. I'm looking at the table 43, right? It says burglary, right? Total amount of burglaries 118,000. Black people were 34,000, and white people were, guess what? 81,000. So they're the majority of burglaries.
Okay. So what's the website you looking at again?
Again, table 43, FBI.
No. What's say the whole website so I could put it over here on my iPad.
Type in FBI, table 43. It should be the first one.
All right.
Yeah. Now let's look at rape. 11,000 for white, 4,000 for black.
Statistics. Hold on. These statistics are based off of what? What per capita? What is it based off of?
These are just numbers, just pure numbers.
This is numbers based off of what though?
Arrests.
It got to be based off of something.
Arrests.
Is this national arrest, state arrest? What is it? What is it?
This is national, bro. It's the FBI. That's the federal government. It's national arrest.
But this is for federal crimes.
No, robbery is not a federal crime. These are state. This is what the state police, this is what the police departments around the country give to the FBI.
Okay, let me see. But go ahead.
Keep saying that we commit the majority of crimes and we don't.
We
rape
do.
again, rape.
Do.
Hold on. Rape. 11,000. Hold on, Bundy. Be quiet. 11,000 white. Hold on, wait. No. You're not gonna stop me, bro. You're not gonna stop me. No. Not gonna stop me from debunking. Hold on. You no. You're not gonna do that. You said we commit the majority of the crime, and now that we have the numbers right in front of us, and you see that white people are the majority of people who are arrested for these crimes, now you're saying, oh, we're less of the population. Nah, bro. You're not gonna do that, bro. You're not gonna do that. The majority of crimes are committed by white people. Obviously, because they're most of the country.
80% of the country.
Yeah. But you said we commit the majority of the crime. Bundy. You said we commit the majority of the crime.
We do.
How? You just admitted that white people are 80% of the country. So they're gonna commit the majority of the crime.
Yes. But we're
so which one is it, Bundy?
No.
Which one is it, Bundy?
We commit more crimes.
No, we don't.
You try to make
no, we do not.
We're targeted.
No, we do not.
You try to make it seem with your
we do not. The numbers don't. The numbers do not prove your point, bro.
So Bundy, what you're trying to say?
I'm gonna mute you again, bro. I'm gonna mute you again because you said we commit the majority of the crime. How can that be the case? Okay, so Bundy, is 4 million bigger than 1 million?
No.
4 million is not bigger than 1 minute. 1 million?
No, 4 million is bigger than 1 million.
Okay, cool. So the number of white people arrested for crimes, 4,729. Black people, 1,815. So they're committing most of the crimes, right?
No, we are.
All right, bro. You're stupid, bro. You're stupid. I'm sorry.
No.
I can't do this. You already admitted that 4 million is bigger than 1 million, and you still gonna say that we commit the most. 4 million is bigger than 1 million. Are you stupid? 4 million is bigger than 1 million. And when I say this group got 4 million arrests, this group got 1 million arrests, who's committing more crime? The one with 1 million? Are you stupid? Jesus, Joseph, and Doggy Style Mary. Are you stupid? No.